Why do we forget what matters most, even though we hear it all the time? You've caught yourself repeating phrases like, family is everything, money doesn't buy happiness, love your neighbor, trust in God. But when it's time to live, these phrases evaporate as if they were self-help book nonsense or truths you already know, so you think you can ignore them. Chesterton said, "The world is full of obvious truths that we forget because they are too obvious." And the Bible seems to repeat this all the time. Why do we forget the simple? Because the simple doesn't impress. We want the complicated. We want hidden formulas, unprecedented strategies, exclusive revelations. But life, like truth, is made of old rules that never changed. Chesterton believed that obviousness isn't a problem, it's a reminder, and that only the humble can see the beauty of what has always been there. The Bible repeats, not because it's dumb, but because we're forgetful. How many times does the Bible repeat, "Do not fear, remember, hear, O Israel, do not forget the Lord"? The psalmist says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits." Psalm 103. Forgetting is human. Repeating is divine. God doesn't change his discourse because he knows our memory is selective and our heart is stubborn. Everyday life, how we even forget things we swore never to forget. Have you ever cried tears of gratitude in a moment of victory and then complained about everything a month later? Have you ever promised never to lose your patience again and 5 days later yelled in traffic? You know you need to take care of your health, but you eat poorly, you sleep poorly, you live tired. It's not out of ignorance, it's out of active forgetting, a kind of existential distraction. Chesterton said that Christianity was the only faith capable of restoring wonder for the common, that we should look at a sunset, a child smiling, or bread on the table, and say, "This is a miracle." But what do? We despise the simple. We think only the new is valuable. We forget the basics. We unlearn how to be grateful. The truths you already know, but don't yet live. You know that forgiveness frees, but you still carry grudges like trophies. You know that love is patient, but you live too fast to listen to anyone. You know that time passes, but you waste hours on what doesn't build you up. The problem isn't a lack of wisdom, it's a lack of presence, of attention, of practice. Jesus said, "Everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like the wise man who built his house on the rock." That is, knowing changes nothing. Practicing changes everything. How to remember what matters. Chesterton said that Christianity doesn't need to be modern. It needs to be alive. And for that, he recommended 3 attitudes. Intentional wonder. Look at the world as if it were the first time. See the common with eyes of miracle. Disciplined joy. Don't wait to feel good to give thanks, but give thanks to feel good. Repetition with reverence. Go back to the basics. Pray, read, love, serve, like someone who washes their face every morning, not because it's new, but because it's necessary. Perhaps your biggest life change won't come from something new, but from returning more deeply to what you already knew. Great truths are simple, but they are not trivial. They are open doors waiting for you to enter, instead of looking for hidden keys. If this made you remember something you've been forgetting, subscribe to the channel and comment below. What is the truth you hear the most, but practice the least? Perhaps that's where the transformation begins.